Welcome everyone to today's video. In this video I'll be showing you how you can put a form on your web page, how you can put a radio button where your client will be able to tick, how you can put a checkbox, how you can design your form with HTML. So let's go there without wasting much of our time. Now this is what I have worked on before. I'm going to come under it here. For us to work on form, we need to specify form tag. Form tag is an HTML attribute. So we need to, and using this mobile code, you don't need to stress yourself. Just type form. The first option that has Emmet, E-M-E-M-M-E-T, just click on it. It's going to create an opening tag and closing tag form for you. Click on it. You can see. Now let me come here. Let me break it down. Now here we need to specify what's first. Okay, let me put it this way. In a form, what are the things that make up a form? First, there are some form that has first name, that has last name. There are some form that only have full name. So an email, phone number, and so your state, your local government, state of origin, and so that then at the end of the day you will see submit there. So but with this now, what we're going to do, let's use full name. Now to use full name, the first thing is you need to label your form. You need to label your form so people will know that, okay, this column is for full name. So to do that, just type label. Okay, you can see label closing and open. Here now in this for, you can see label for equal to then 2 colon. That label is telling you that where are you labeling it to? You don't understand. Okay, let's move forward. Now let me input form. Now I will go to input element. This is input. Now in this input type, text. Now name, I want name to be full name, F name. Let me put it that way. Full name. Full name. Fine. Now you can see this label. I need to label this. I need to link this label to this input type, which is full name. So this label, HTML will be able to understand that this label is for HTML, is for this input type. This label at the top is for this input type, which is for full name. And to do that, you need to specify that whatever name you have given this input, whatever name you have given this input here, you need to specify it here. So here I'm going to specify full name. So this label is for this input type text, then name is full name. So that will make HTML to understand that these two line of code, label and input, they are together. The two line of code are together. I believe you are getting it. So now also you also need to specify. You can also specify, though it's not necessary, but it is professional to specify your ID here. It's professional to specify your ID here, and your ID also will refer to your. You can make your ID a full name, F name. Yes, you can make it F name. most time I don't used to write it in full. It's an ID just to when you want, if probably you want to call out this form, this particular line of code, you'll be able to refer to the ID, just like a class. You'll be able to refer to that ID. So here now, also here in this label, you need to put full name there. You understand what I'm trying to do now? You understand? Now, what is the value? This input type, you already specified that this input type is text. Then the name is full name. You also need to specify the value, because when you are sending a form, when you click on send, you are not sending full name or this label. You are not sending all this input type text or name, full name. You are sending the value. So whatever you specify on the value is what will be sent when you send your form. When a user sends you a form, it is what user specify in that value that will be sent. So here, value, you need to specify that your value is full name. Okay, let's run it and see how it works. You can see full name. Now I need to break it down. Let me use break. You can see full name. But this value, what appear here is the value, is what I click, is what I show as the value. This value, you might decide to make it, maybe you have a specific value that you want to be appear there. There is a space for placeholder, and here you can put nothing. You can just run it without putting nothing. You can see this is how it's going to be. But if you have a specific value that you want the user to see the user to see there, you have to specify it here. Now, when they visit your web page and someone fill out this form, whatever the person puts here inside this box, whatever the person puts here is what is referred to as value. But from the back end, you can specify what should be here. If compulsory, or if necessary, you can specify what should be here. You can specify what should be here, or you allow the user from the front end, the user that visits your web page, to put the value, him or herself. As well, you can let the user know that this is the kind of value I want you should put here. This is the kind of value you should put here. How we do that? By using placeholder. You can say placeholder your full name. You can see. So when a user click on this box and want to type, this your full name will not more be there. Once a user click here and starting typing, you can see that's your full name. It's not more there. But once you click it will be there. And when a user click on send, now want to send the form, it is what the user input as the value that will be sent, not the placeholder. So now let's now make another form. We already have full name. Now another one is, okay, I need to specify label for Let me use email. Fine. Now input. Input type. Instead of text, I need to specify as email. Yes. Now name should be email. Now placeholder, let me just put placeholder. Input your email. Now I need to break it so everything will not look clumsy. Let me use break so everything will not look clumsy. Now you can see it looks somehow. Now I want this input your email, I want it to come down. I want this email to be at the top, like full name. Okay, what do I need to do there? At this label, I need to break it. I can break it here. I can decide to break it here. Yes, fine. Decide to break it there. And here also, I want a space between full name and email. So let me add one more break. Fine. You can see input your email here. Now, when you start typing, that input your email will no more be there. But this email, I want it to be in cap. This email, I want it to be in cap. Yes, fine. Now, after email, what next? Okay. Let me label it first. Label number. Now, input number. Now, name. Phone. Now here I can specify phone number. Here I can specify as well phone number. Now here as well, I can also specify a placeholder. Your number here. Input your number here. Okay, let me run it and see. Now, okay, I need to break down that label. BR, fine. This BR as well, fine. Now, so I still need to add one more BR. Now instead of phone number, I want to put WhatsApp number. I want to change everything to WhatsApp number. Fine. Now let me see something. Let's check something. If we want to put here, you can see, but we can actually specify instead of putting input type number, I can put it input type telephone. Name, WhatsApp, number. Input your number here. Fine. So it's going to be number. Fine. You can see. Also, I'm just trying to list most of the form attributes you can use with form. Okay, let's add another one. Label. Just always remember that for you to input any form, you need to label it. Let me first break this. Let me break it one more time. You need to label it. Now this one, label for. I can use what can I label for? State. Okay. Label for country. Now here, country. Now input type. Can country be a text? No, it's going to be number. No, because I want it to be a input type. Let me make it checkbox. Yes, input type checkbox. I want a user to be able to check. Okay, here is my country. I check. Now name. Ghana. Now I need to input again checkbox. Name. Cameroon. Input. Okay, let me first run it. Let's see. You can see. I didn't label it. Now I need to label it. As I label country, I also need to label each one of this thing. So as I said, we are going to label each of this country. We are going to label it. Label for Cameroon. Now this one should be for Ghana. Ghana. Now, okay, let me break this. Let me break it. Let's run it and see. Here I can put H1 or H3. Choose your country. Break. Choose your country. You can see. Is it Ghana? Is it? Now you can choose here. You can choose Ghana. You can choose Cameroon. You can choose anyone. You can list as many as possible as you want. Let me put it that way. Now, another attribute of form is checkbox. Checkbox. Instead of sorry, another attribute is radio. This is checkbox. This radio button. Now, as well as we label checkbox, we are also going to label radio as well. We're going to label. So now, because of that, we're going to break this. Let's break it down. So to give a space. Now, let's first label it as usual. No. Label. I didn't click on. Okay. Label 4. Now here, you can, let me say state. Let me say capital. Now, first thing is we're going to input. Yes, it's going to be radio. As usual, as we discussed, that's another thing we're going to look at. Going to be radio. Then name. What's name? What is the name of this? Now this is what I'm supposed to put there. But here, capital, because I don't know states in Cameroon, any states in Cameroon or Ghana. So let me just use capital as the state there. Let me just use it as an example. So state. Now I can also specify here H1. H1 will be too big. Let me use H4. So here, choose your state. Choose your state here. So what I want the user to be able to do here is to be able to pick any one of the states that belong to him or her, to be able to pick. So that's what I'm trying to get here. And doing that, let me run it. Okay, capital, you can see capital. Now I don't want to rewrite this code again. Okay, this is for learning sake. If I'm writing a code I don't use to rewrite, I'll just copy and paste. But because this is a training session, let me rewrite every line of code so you'll be able to understand. So here, okay, what else can I use as capital? Okay, let me use Accra. Okay, Accra. Yeah. Okay, that's label. Now input. Now is radio. no small text. I'm not dealing with text attribute again. It's radio. Name is Accra. Accra. You can decide to specify a value, but mostly there is no need to specify a value. Though, whenever they send the value, Accra, whenever they click on send or submit, is the value that will be sent. Not all this line of codes. Is the value. So no, anyone or whatever you use as the backend, either you use JavaScript or PHP, it will only pick the value, whatever you specify as the value, or whatever the user put as a value. That is what the backend will pick. That's what the backend will pick. Not all this line of code. Value. Value, capital. So here is it. Capital Accra. Now let me break this down so Accra will come down. So you can see. You can see here. Now another thing is you can specify maximum length, like password. Password, there is maximum length. Some will say minimum of 6 character. Some will say maximum of 12 character. Some will say minimum of 12 character. So you can specify that maximum length should be so a minimum of 6 minimum length should be minimum of 6 character, or maximum length should be maximum of 15 character. You can specify in your line of codes like this, especially this username. Okay, let me go there. All this one you can make it a required, so there is nothing the user going to do other than to put it there. There is nothing the user is going to do rather than to put it here. This one I can write as required. Email, I can make my email to be required. Phone number, I can make it to be required. Just put required, required. So there's nothing they are going to do other than to input the value. Without doing it, they cannot. It's not optional. And some you can put optional, but it's not optional. So without doing it, without inputting that value, they cannot move forward. They cannot go to the next page. Now another thing is submit button. Because after everything, what we are going to do is to submit. So submit button, there is no need for label. Just input type. You just put submit. Yes. Name. Here your name now. You can either specify submit or you want to specify send. As it is now, if you run it, submit button will be there. You can see this submit button. So I can break it down. I can use BR to break it down. can see this submit button. Let me break it down one more time. So you can see this submit button. Don't forget that we can use center to center this submit button. This input, you can use center tag to center it. Now this submit button, I have already specified as type, the input type should be submit, but I want it to be sent. So let me put the name. Instead of saying submit there, I want them to say send. Okay, value. Value send. I want them to be to see send there, not submit. So immediately I specify value. That value will take position of submit button. So this is our form today. This is our form today. This is how you can fill a form. So we can use CSS to design this, as you can use CSS to beautify this, that it will look like exactly the one you used to see on the website. Give it a color, give it a border, customize everything and make it look nice. But we are still on HTML, not CSS. Don't worry, when we get to CSS, we'll do more than you can ever imagine. So now also, don't forget this our form. After filling this form, where do you want them to send to? For them to send your form to, that in this form tag you see action. That action you see equal to 2 column. That 2 column, that is where you specify the link you want them to send it. You want them to send the form to. Maybe you have another page, form.html. You can specify it here that you want them to send it to form.html. You can specify it there. And that's where you want them to send it to. Or if you have any external link that you want them to send it to, you can copy it and paste it there. Also, you can ask them to mail to, that they should send it to your mail. Mail to now. Okay. And you can ask them to send it to your mail. Signal Global Services at gmail.com. So you are specifying to them that when a user click on send here, it should be sent to that email. Now let me put here. Let me put here. You can see, yes, this is what I want to bring out. You can see that after inputting all these things, I want to submit. This email is telling me that what I put here is not an email, that is missing at. Every email, either Yahoo Mail, either Gmail, neither Outlook Mail, whatever mail, whatsoever mail, they must have at something.com. But see what I input now, not at something.com. not at. So when I click on send, it complains that please indicate an at in the email address. Is missing an at. So once I put an at dot gmail at gmail.com now, once I put it there, because of that at, it's not going to complain. What I said is itself, because this is not a live it's just to test run. It's not live. That's why you have to come out with that error. But if it is live, immediately I click on send, it's going to send my details to the email address I specify on my email, that on my form, that it should be mailed to global@gmail.com. It's going to send it there. So I believe you'll be able to do this. There are some other attributes of form. There are some other form attributes. So I advise you to explore, to research more about other attributes. But here are the most used attributes, are the one I have listed so far. So thank you for watching. I appreciate you. Don't forget to comment, like, and share. Subscribe. Click on subscribe, comment, like, and share. If this is the first time of visiting this channel, try to subscribe, like, and share. Alright, see you in the next video. And don't forget, the application we are using here is SPCK. You can see it, you can download it from Play Store. SPCK. You can download it from Play Store. So see you in our next video.